Listen very closely. If you ever feel like 4 weeks of annual leave isn't enough, this is for you.
Yeah, get the whiteboard out. With some clever planning, those 20 days can be more than doubled in 2022. But you might need to act quick before your workmates try the same holiday hack. For more, we're joined by Angus Kidman from Finder. Good morning to you. Everyone's already jumping onto their planners. Everyone loves the idea of extra holiday time, but how do we get this organised? What do we need to look out for?
So the key is to attach your holidays to whether they're a public holiday, so you can get a longer chunk of time off. And in 2022, the big one to look out for is actually Easter plus Anzac Day, because they're only a week apart. So you want to book a couple of weeks off there. You can take 8 days off of leave, but you actually get 18 days off in a row. And that works in every state. Doesn't matter what holidays are going on.
Okay, so looking at the screen here, we've got the public holidays marked by the red dot. You've got your extra days, and then you need to apply for the annual leave. So 8 annual leave days ends up with
18, yeah. So, and me, I'd add another 4 and add another week. But definitely you want to join that together, because that's the trick, is to sort of take advantage, get those longer breaks.
And now that's the same for every state, but where does it differ between states?
So any state you're in, if you're organised and apply this through the year, you can get yourself up to 52 days off from your 20 days. The best states get you up to 58 because they have more holidays. So in Melbourne, they get the Grand Final Friday off. In Canberra, you get Canberra Day. So some states are better off than others, and you can get even more. But no matter where you are, you can actually still get, much more time off than you needed. So
Tassie and the ACT, 58 days. That's amazing. Almost 2 years of lockdowns and border closures. Are Aussies getting ready for some bigger holidays? Are they going to go a little bit further these days?
Yeah, we're itching for it. Like Finder research shows 55% of us are actively planning a holiday. 10% of us want to go overseas. 11% of us want to go overseas and have a domestic holiday. So we're definitely ready for it.
So what's your advice to people at home? Because you do have to beat your colleagues to the punch, don't you? Do you wear a bright shirt, distract them a little bit, lock in your leave before everyone else?
Yeah, absolutely. Get in early, do the planning now, and make sure that you sort it out before your colleagues get in there. Do think about making sure you've got travel insurance. We know the world is uncertain and things might still end up having to move around. So make sure once you've done that booking, throw that in there as well, so that you feel that little bit more protected. I think that's the key thing everyone's forgotten, because we haven't travelled for a while, but it's really important.
Do you feel like, has Finder done much research that even in the last little bit that attitudes have changed to booking a holiday? Because I know the Tourism and Transport Forum are finding a little bit of uncertainty in terms of people wanting to commit just yet.
Yeah, so it ebbs and flows. We saw in the middle of the year people were getting way more enthusiastic. Then, of course, we've had another wave. So there's a little bit of uncertainty, but I think ultimately Australians, we love a holiday, and we want to get in there. And, part of the fun is in the planning. So it's worth getting in there to do that planning, even if you're thinking, look, maybe this won't come off. As long as you're flexible, as long as you're insured, then the risk really isn't there. So, get the pleasure out of doing that planning.
It feels like the longer we go, the risk versus benefit is getting less and less and less. Angus, thanks so much for coming in and bringing us that holiday shirt.
I think your whole
very much feel like I've been on a holiday.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I always admire those people, Angus, who come back from holiday and book in their next holiday. So lock in those dates, get them in the calendar, and enjoy 2022.
And looking at that, you don't need a beautiful mind. It's just a calendar.